Hi everybody, it's Anne the Purple Goddess. I'm here at Purple Goddess Enterprises with my magic wand and purple gloves. Hope everybody is well. We've got a really good card today. As you know, I like to work with symbolic language, which are images on tarot cards that are a very ancient system. And they remind us of the energies that we go through in life. And the cards sometimes help us navigate those energies. This week on Thursday, we have a new moon in Aquarius, and Aquarius people are known for being creative thinkers. So think about Thursday, writing down your 10 intentions, which is what we do at the new moon time. And what do you want to manifest in 28 days that might be about your own creative thinking and a project that's creative thinking for you. So that's a task starting on Thursday with the new moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is also the card in the major arcana that matches up with Aquarius is the star card, the water bearer. And the water bear is pouring water on the ground to manifest becoming a star and making their wishes come true. So there's work attached to becoming a star. You have to pour the water in yourself and on the land. And Sunday's Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day is a day to, if you're living alone, to honor your own beloved self. And I suggest to people to, put a rose quartz stone on your altar, sacred space. If you don't have a big, beautiful one like this, you can buy or look for a little tiny rose quartz stone somewhere. And it's just a reminder that love is all around us. And if you're living with a beloved, it might be a beautiful opportunity to write your beloved a little poem or leave them something special. And if you're living alone, honor your beautiful, divine self. I'm wearing my little cherub and star earrings, which I wear every Valentine's Day as a reminder of love and how beautiful love is in our lives. So let's get to our card. It's really good. You ready? This is a card in the suit of Pentacles. And Pentacles are about our money and our talents. So this is the Three of Pentacles. And what they say two things about this card. Whatever you're going to do, give it the works. And remember that you don't accomplish anything unless you're part of a team. So this is a card about, and we'll come back to that. This is a card about vocation, about getting oneself up on a bench as an apprentice. This person's got an apron. They're an apprentice. They're learning about their vocation. The difference between vocation and career is a career sometimes is driven by parental expectations or whatever, and it's a way to make the big bucks to support ourselves and our families often, as opposed to a vocation, which is our calling in life. So what's your calling? And it's never too late in life to figure out what one's calling is. And it is possible to have a vocation and a career that are aligned. That is for sure. But sometimes, people have to do the unhappy and work in order to pay the bills when their soul is calling. So to do something else. So here we have an apprentice with two people supporting this person. And they're in the crypt. They're in the basement of a church, and it's black, which means there's sometimes when we're having to figure out what a vocation is, we're in the unconscious or the underdeveloped parts of ourselves, and we have to kind of go there and excavate it a bit to figure out where we're going to go. So this person's being supported by one figure who is a monk, and monks and nuns are figures, are people that it's not so much a profession or vocation so much nowadays, but when you became a nun or a monk, you just dedicated all of your life to living God's purpose for your life. And so there's the monk kind of supporting this person, reminding them that they have to do the work and be really dedicated and tenacious to get what needs to be done to bring their vocation to light. And then there's this woman who's the architect. When you're doing a big plan, you need an architect, and they draw up all these amazing plans. So here's the architect, And she's holding the plans and showing it to the apprentice, reminding the apprentice, oh, this is what you said in your plan. Like, come on, like, let's go back here and kind of focus on that blueprint. And it's interesting that the architect in this card is depicted as a woman. And while this architect has got the plans, being female also represents that there's a lot of wisdom and intuition that comes to play when we have the opportunity to sort out what our vocation is. So this is a really beautiful card. The pentacles haven't kind of, bloomed yet because this is still in the darkness. And it's really about buried treasure and finding those hidden talents that we haven't discovered yet. And this person's got a mallet and a chisel. And, Michelangelo said it was sort of like the stone and the figures in the stone that he was sculpting took shape as he kind of worked with the stone and brought it, to life. And that's what we have the opportunity to do when we're working on our vocation. So I want you to think about stepping on the bench, putting your apprenticeship apron on if you haven't already. Remind yourself that it's okay to ask for help. When I started Purple Goddess Enterprises, I had a good friend sit down with me over many, many hours, over many, many, many meetings to talk about, what I wanted to create. And she worked with me on a business plan. It was a really good gift because she was trained in that. Sometimes when we start off in things, we don't really know what's all involved. So it's good to involve people that know something about the area that you want to get into. And then we need to, hire somebody that's like an architect or work with them or barter with them. And nowadays, that's sometimes somebody that's really savvy in social media, right? And together, there's a beautiful kind of team. So this card, the Three of Pentacles, says, whatever you're going to do, give it the works. This is when your mind and your heart and your body have to kind of come together and create some kind of beautiful action. So what is your soul's journey? What is it that is that you're in store for here if you do the work of the Three of Pentacles? It's really an amazing journey. And the last thing I want to say about the card is we've got the mystic rose here and the cross. And that's just sort of like an eternal, the rose window at Chartres Cathedral in France. It's just sort of a reminder that there's a rose inside us. And if we do the work, something beautiful is going to blossom. So I'm going to hit the bell. Well, you think about the Three of Pentacles and the time of Aquarius, creative thinking, getting on that bench, and loving on yourself on Valentine's Day. We have a culture that's moving and shifting now from the love of power to the power of love. So here's wishing you all the best as you figure out your vocation and do the work to make it happen. I know you can. Bye for now till we meet again.